Welcome back. This is the second of two installments of the basics that features on side decks in the Star Trek CCG, and this time it's the Battle Bridge side deck. Now, for those of you who don't know what that is, in the expansion called Blaze of Glory, and this was a couple expansions after Deep Space Nine came out as a standalone set, the Tactic cards was a new class of card that was added to enhance the battle experience in the game. As anyone that plays it knows, the battle sequence, ship-to-ship combat and things like that were a little weak. Like, it wasn't bad, but it definitely needed some kind of enhancement, and with Blaze of Glory coming out with the Tactic cards and the Battle Bridge doorway, that enhanced the battle mechanics of the game. So I'm going to get right into it and show you how it works. So this is the Battle Bridge door, and you can see it has a little icon for the Blaze of Glory expansion. And just like the Q's tent or the Q's flash, you would place it atop your side deck, your Battle Bridge side deck, during the seed phase. It is now open, and it is also immune to cards that close doorways. So this one can't really be closed. Now, how it works is it allows you to bring out Tactic cards, which are these. So these were the new class of card introduced in set expansion that improves the battle mechanics of the games. Cards such as phaser banks, which give attack bonuses. You can see that there's an attack and a defense bonus. It gives you attributes after it's used. You've got cards like evasive maneuvers, target weapons, plasma torpedo. This is mainly for if you're playing Romulan, and you get an attack bonus +2 in the attributes if you're using a Romulan ship. Target shields. Spiral Wave Disruptor. This is mainly for Cardassians, if you have a Cardassian deck. Phased Polaron Beam. So if you're playing as Dominion and you have a lot of Jem'Hadar attack ships, you'd use that card. There are many more Tactic cards. I don't have time to get into every single one. Needless to say that whereas with the old battle mechanics, you would compare the weapons and shields of the attacking and the defending ship, and that would determine the amount of damage. You would turn the card clockwise halfway to the left, or one complete turn if it was more than double, destroying the ship and taking it out of play. With these new mechanics that came out with Blaze of Glory, there are bonuses and detractors for using the Tactic card. So a battle is just not, oh, let's compare numbers and get it over with. You're actually targeting specific areas of the ship with specific weapons and doing specific damage. So this expands the battle mechanics. So instead of a battle lasting 3 or 4 seconds and then waiting till the next turn, what you're doing is you're putting down these cards to attack certain aspects of that ship, and your opponent is trying to defend at the same time. The numbers are still compared, but it's done in a different way in accordance with the Tactic cards through the Battle Bridge side deck. Now, I know that's a lot to take in, and I'd much rather have everybody go to the actual official rule set for a better explanation, because it's actually pages long, and I've tried to condense it as best I can. Needless to say, it does make battling a bit more fun in the game. I'm not one to use the Battle Bridge side deck. I only have it in one of my constructed decks out of all the constructed decks that I've made, because I prefer having the Q's tent side deck. But if you want to experience more of the battle aspect of the game, this is what you would use. Now, I had always considered the Battle Bridge side deck as a decent idea. It was actually executed quite well, except that there are too many extra numbers to deal with, especially if you're in a game and there's multiple Tactic cards being played per turn. I think the last thing you want to do is bog down people with more numbers and more thinking, because when you're playing a game of Star Trek CCG, your thinking's already off the scale. Whereas the old battle system was not enough. Like, you could battle, but at the same time, as I mentioned before, you're just comparing shields and weapons. It was over too quickly. Do I think there could have been a more happier medium to find for this? Maybe, but either way, it works. That's all for today. Thanks for tuning in. I'll have more CCG stuff on the next episode of The Basics. Have a great day.